Hi, Maggie. It's Celeste. I hope you've had a great week so far. I was reading your blog and found it interesting that you're part of a program called Flipping the Classroom. A couple of years ago, I had the privilege of sitting in front of Dr. Uh, Lodge McCammon at a conference and speaking with him some about flipping the classroom, and I think that's a great idea. I've adapted part of it, I guess, or adopted, I should say, part of it into my classroom as I'm recovering from spinal cord injury and spinal surgery in an effort to keep my classes from falling behind while the sub's there um, on the days that I'm out. I also noticed that Randy, the person you interviewed, does house calls. That is great because I don't know of many districts that that's the case. I'm part of SCISA in South Carolina, independent school, Christian schools, and we don't have anyone that does that. Matter of fact, there's very little training, if any, available through our program. And so I do realize the importance of that and try to provide our teachers with as much training as possible. Um, I noticed that you steered away a little bit to the bring your own device as your group is studying that, and I thought that that was interesting that you would do that. You mentioned one of the schools in your district being a part of a one-on-one program for reading, and another one participating in a neighboring district participating in it but having no purpose. Um, that's one of the things that I would love to see our school eventually be able to do, but it concerns me, I must admit, because as students would bring their own devices, the liability if something happened to it, how would parents react? The flip side of that is, are they going to really stay on task and do what they need to do? Can we provide enough security for them to bring their own devices in? And at this point, I can honestly say the answer is no. Can we do it in the future? I certainly hope so. Um, I think it's great that the other district, however, is using it as it's intended in education. You also mentioned that since you've started this program, you've argued against distance education in the elementary level, and that you feared that distant learning may replace teachers. I'm glad that Randy was able to provide you comfort and that technology is not going to replace teachers. I believe that's true. I believe, however, that as new teachers evolve with learning technology and how to use it in the classroom, veteran teachers are going to be forced to step up to the plate and embrace technology or be replaced by a teacher who will. And so I think that that was great that he could kind of give you some peace to that. Um, our school doesn't offer distance education, and I believe that you're right. It does have its place, and you have to use proper measures. You don't want to put it in the wrong place, in the wrong classroom, at the wrong level. You also mentioned that in terms of a career in education, um, specifically to technology, that you feel that if you played your cards right, you would be able to come alongside, or not alongside of, but underneath Randy's umbrella and embrace a job in the field of technology and education. I think that that's great. I think that people like Randy can provide so much. I know I had the privilege of getting into technology early on when, as a teacher assistant who went into technology simply because a lab was placed in the school and the teacher retired, so it was all on me. I then moved from the education side into the government and business side, back into the education side now. And so I think it's great. I hope that you'll have a blessed week, and I enjoyed reading your blog. See you soon.